In a silent palace, all windows were closed. Only one room had light. Inside, Princess Luna sat alone, leaning over a table, staring quietly at something glowing in front of her. The glowing drops were her tears. One tear slowly formed in her eye, rolled down her cheek, and fell into the bowl, creating a soft glowing ripple in the liquid. Whenever her tears touched the ground, they burned it. A drop once fell on the floor, and dark smoke rose as the surface turned black, leaving a mark of pain. Because of this, Luna stopped crying and laughing. But one night, tired of being alone, she stood up and decided to create a friend who would never fear her. She gathered all her glowing tears and melted soft wax near a lamp. Carefully, she mixed everything and poured it into a delicate glass mold with steady but trembling hands.
Next morning, Luna rushed to the table. Inside the mold, a tiny wax figure had formed. It looked exactly like her, small, delicate, and perfectly shaped like a reflection. Luna carefully removed the wax doll from the mold. She held it close, gently touching its face, feeling its cold surface, while a quiet sadness filled her heart again. She looked at the doll and whispered softly,
"If you were alive, I would never feel alone again."
Her voice trembled with loneliness as she held the small figure closer to her chest. A fresh tear formed again. It rolled down her cheek and fell onto the doll's chest, slowly sinking into the wax like a hidden spark of life. Suddenly, a tiny movement appeared. The doll's chest lifted slightly, like a breath, and its fingers twitched gently, as if something inside was waking up.
"I am here, Luna."
Luna froze in shock, her heart racing as she realized the lifeless wax figure had come alive. Fear filled Luna's eyes. She pulled her hands back quickly. Her body trembled as she stared at the living figure in disbelief. The doll smiled softly. Its face looked calm and gentle, not dangerous. It tilted its head and watched Luna with innocent eyes, trying to comfort her silent fear.
"I am made from your tears. When you cry, I live."
Luna slowly calmed down. Though still unsure, she lifted the doll again with trembling hands and held it close, unable to push away the strange connection between them. That evening, rain started outside. Inside, candles flickered. Suddenly, the doll moved on its own, placing its tiny feet on the floor and taking its first steps. Luna watched in shock as the doll walked. It spoke gently.
"You can walk? I live when you feel. I exist because of you."
Days passed, and Luna was no longer alone. The doll stayed with her, learning slowly. They spent time together, filling the silent palace with warmth and life again. They stood before a mirror together. Luna brushed her hair, while the doll copied her actions. Both watched their reflections, smiling softly as their bond grew stronger. Slowly, something began to change. The doll looked more real and human. Its movements became smoother, while Luna started feeling a strange uneasiness growing inside her. One day, Luna saw the doll sitting at the table. A piece of fruit in front of it slowly disappeared, as if it was eating like a real human being.
"I become everything you feel. Hunger, sadness, life, all yours."
The atmosphere in the room changed. Luna's expressions became colder, while the doll appeared stronger and more alive, as if their roles were slowly reversing. In a corner of the room, a glass cage appeared. Inside it sat a weak version of Luna, trapped and silent, while the other Luna stood outside, watching calmly. The trapped Luna begged to be released. Her weak voice echoed inside the glass cage.
"Please let me go. This is my life too."
But the other Luna remained quiet, holding control over the situation. Suddenly, cracks formed in the glass. A bright light burst out as the real Luna stood up with new strength, breaking the cage from inside with rising power.
"Forgive me, I became your pain. No, you showed me who I was."
The doll stepped forward with regret. It apologized for taking everything. Luna, now stronger, replied that the doll had only shown her the truth about herself. They embraced each other. A warm light surrounded them as the doll slowly softened, transforming back into wax, but this time filled with peace instead of pain. After that day, Luna was no longer alone. The palace felt alive again, filled with light, warmth, and a peaceful silence instead of loneliness. Every morning, Luna stepped into the sunlight. Her tears no longer burned. Instead, wherever they touched, they brought light, life, and blooming flowers into the world.